Hello, good morning. How's it going? Design Elements and Principles, Session 13, Part B, the pamphlet design. Let's just go over everything once again. I've mentioned it in the past. I'm just going to mention it because I just kind of forget after I mentioned it a bunch of times. Make sure you're registering for your next session of classes. Look at this list. It has everything on it and how we are going to how things are running for now. This always may change, so we're gonna keep you on your toes depending on enrollments and whatnot. So sometimes as we get further in, we run less classes as we have fewer students. So just kind of keep that in mind. Watch what's going on and always talk to me. All righty. We are up to session 13. Make sure you do your attendance. Let's start this attempt. Continue. Why are margins important in layout design? Oh boy. They provide breathing space and frame content. They also reduce printing costs because if you don't use margins and you screw up, somebody's going to charge you. And so that's what it is. So that's why we use margins. Went over the proportion lecture, mid-session project review. This is where you place stuff. If you want me to look at it before it's due so I can check it, give you a pointer, make it perfect. Learn more. And then Thursday's assignment. In the textbook, it is scale. Check this out. Scales, very much like proportion, how big things are comparative to each other. Scale is relative. I love this kind of stuff. They're going to show some optical illusions and like, which one's bigger? Well, it looks like this one's bigger. No, they're the same size. Woo-woo. You know, like a lot of fun stuff here. Huh. Let us look at it. Let us like, oh, what is this? Is this reverse proportion? Like just like this. Familiar objects, familiar scale. Like, no. Look at all this fun stuff in here. So take a look, peruse the book and then do the assignment. I think it'll do you good. It'll do you wonders. So have some fun. Oh yeah, see, look at this, correct proportions. Oh, phew. Shows all the stuff you shouldn't be doing then too. So pretty awesome. Make sure you look through it, read through it, gather some information from it, and enjoy. So that's that. All right. Computer rough draft. So last week we did computer rough draft for the poster. Today we're doing computer rough draft for the pamphlet. I should have a better name for it. It's not a lookbook. Like we do assignments, it's like a lookbook and then this and that. But so using the InDesign document you created in session 8, start to rough off the design. Place the rough draft into your InDesign document. Start to place all the pieces and see where you need to make adjustment. Start to think about the hierarchy of information, color, and overall legibility. Make sure that you include the graphic designer, name and photo, a minimum of 5 examples of work. Make sure they're high-res, 2 paragraphs about the graphic designer, and a site where you got the information. Develop your rough draft. So let's do it. I'm going to show you a sample, and I'm going to just kind of show you how to do it. It'll be again. These classes get a little bit quicker to the end because it's more on you designing. All right. So here we are, rough draft part 1. Sorry, it skips sometimes. So we know where everything's going to go, right? And then they put it in. They did the blue side, the brown side. They put their images in. They got the type in, and they got the text in. It is set up. It is roughed out. They know everything where it needs to be. And then the next part is like adding decoration or readjusting, making sure things fit right. But look how easy that is to get from here to here. And I'm going to show you how easy it is. I'm just going to do everything but the background. All right. So I'm going to open up my InDesign file. And I have my pages. I have page 1, I have page 2 right now. They look exactly the same. And I have all my layers. And I have a roughs layer. I'm actually going to turn off a bunch of them. Like I don't need my name and I don't need pages. So roughs. I'm going to place my roughs. So I already have it. So I'm going to go to File, Place, and I know where they are. I have this file called Pamphlet, and I have a rough one. So I'm going to hit Open, and I'm going to place it. And I'm going to just going to zoom out. And then I'm going to do the free transform, and I hold down Shift. And I'm going to make my rough the size of my artboard. I'm always holding Shift. This should set right in there. And if it's a little off, that's okay. It's a rough. Make it just a little bit bigger. All right, there's one. And then I'm going to go here. I always just like to click on the window. So I always click here and I always click here. It's just a habit I get into. It just makes sure that when I place this rough, I'm on the right area. And then I'm going to get that there. Use the free transform tool. Hold down Shift. Bring it to the edge. Bring it to the edges. One more time. So as we scale it and we change it, you can see like you kind of have to move one side and then the other. That's proportional changes. As you pull this, it adds more from one side, more to the other. And you know what? We can just get that. I'm going to get centered. Go to here, click on this one. Let's get it centered. And by centered, I'm looking right here. All right. So I have a Roughs Guides photo. Well, let's put in the photo. File, Place, Photo, Open. Boom. And I'm going to place it in there. Right now, I'm not going to scale it. Right now, this is kind of good. I'm going to get it. I need room for the type, and I need room for his name. I'm just going to leave it right there. I'm going to put in the images. File, Place. And this, I'll do gather all 5 at once, open, hit OK to that. Okay. I have this set up for something else. So this one, Azo, right there. Alder, right there. On this page, oops. Freister, Manoli, Stiller. There. Those are just placed in, right? Now, I know I have body text and body text. But if I refer back to my PDF, where I talk about cover panel will be deep blue, dark brown. All right, let's put in those. And I can always change these. So I'm going to do rough. I'm actually going to make a new one and call it background. Right? And then, so this is deep blue. So I'm going to make a square. And I'm going all the way to my margins. All the way out to the bleed, I mean. All the way out to the bleed. And then this is, I'm going to fill it with a deep blue. And then I'm going to do that again. Going to create a square all the way to the bleed. And this is going to be dark brown. So I can take a color and then, maybe when it does this, InDesign does this to me. It like pops it out over there. I wish it would pop it out in the middle. And then I'm going to go to here. And I'm going to go to here in CMYK. All right. So the steps were to change it, hit this palette, go to here, go to CMYK, and now brown. All right. And then there we have that. And then now, if I wanted to, just be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to work on this page for a little bit. And I got my images, and I got my background. And then you could just kind of start like, okay, let's make sure every image is the exact same width, right? That's a great starting point. So I'm going to always use the free transform and shift, and I'm going to line that up, and boom. And I'm looking for this edge, this edge. It could be a pixel or two off. That's fine. And then, so do you see I pulled that one down, and when I did that, see that? See those little marks over there? Those are like, okay, it's evenly spaced. Leave it there then. Like, now I'm going to swoop. Oops. I'm going to lock my background. I'm going to swoop here and grab all three of these, and I'm going to go to free transform. I'm going to hold down shift, and I'm going to make them to the margin. And then I'm going to double check because I don't have my thing memorized. Oh, wait, I can just click off the background, and then I'm going to move this one to the side. But like the background's done, right? The background's done. What's for this one? What colors? And I'm just following along, right? Solid black, solid purple. So I go to here, I go to background. This first one's solid black. I'm going to use that black or you registration, but don't flip-flop. Use one or the other. And then for this, actually, you can just go copy paste, get it in line. And then for this one, it's going to be purple. So I'm going to pull mine over because mine does that weird thing where it shifts it. And then I'm going to go with this again. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here to CMYK, and then I'm going to make purple. Really muddy purple. There we go. I don't always like adding black. It's a nice purple. All right. And then I can add the text. So it's paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. Let's just make this smaller. There we go. So I'll go back and I have my text already selected. I can go to this. And what I can do is go all the way back to this. And then go paragraph 1. I'm going to copy. And then I'm going to make a paragraph box. We'll lock that. See, we all do it. We all do those things. And I'm going to draw this out. There we go. And then I'm going to bring this up here. Now, I'm going to have to redo this type, right? So I'm going to select all of it. And I select it all, and I'm going to fill, and I'm going to make it paper. And then I'm going to go through, and I have to delete, any spaces, like First off, I'm going to click this hyphenate. Boom. I don't want anything hyphenated. So this is clicked and paragraph, and then the hyphenate is off. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to delete all extra spaces. I'm looking at every line. I'm not skipping anything. This will happen to you a lot in design. You'll get stuff and you'll be like, oh, it's not set up right. Oh, well, then you got to do it. That's why you're a typesetter, you're a designer, you're a typesetter. You're the package. All right. And then I'm just going to, right now, I'm going to copy and paste this over here. And then I'll go back to the file. I'm going to get this and this. Copy. Select all. Paste. Now I'm going to put a space here. Like this. I'm going to go and take out all of this. Now this is the same size. So I think I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to go to my images. Here. Now this is as big as that should be. So I'm going to bring that down to the border. Now this is probably going to end up being bigger. Set this here, set this here. And then I'm going to estimate the same space here, same space there, and I'm going to get this centered. And one thing you could do is if I do this, these two are now centered. And then I can go up and I can make his name, put that in, and there you go. You have the rough. And then you could show me. And then the final week is about adding the details. Is there something else I want to add? I can add a little something on the sides. Like, what do I want to do to enhance this a little bit more? So that's what we need to do. And then you know how to export. You've been doing that for all the assignments from pretty much straight on week 1 and week 2. So export the 2 ways. And there you have it. That's how you convert your rough drawing into a computer rough. It's pretty easy. And that's the great part. You have a roadmap on what to do. And you just have to do it. So there you go. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. If you need help with anything, no worries, but let me know. So that's what you need to do for next week. I look forward to seeing what you guys accomplish. Take care. Please let me know what you need. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.